That's my attempt at stand-up comedy today. I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about our football team, where it's come since I joined up December 4th. We put our staff together. We retained some of the best coaches I've ever worked with. I can tell you that, just having worked with them for a couple months. Wesley and Adam were former members of this coaching staff, but that was the initial thing we had to do before we could hit the road and recruit. We had to kind of finalize our staff, and I got to tell you, we have a terrific coaching staff. A bunch of guys that care about kids, that love where they're at, just are knowledgeable and hardworking guys, and energizing. They've got me exhilarated. I'm enjoying. A lot of guys say, well, how's it going? I can't tell you how much fun I'm having being back at my alma mater. I can't tell you how happy I am to be back in South Dakota. It feels good. It feels great. Love our staff. I'm getting to know our kids a little bit better every day now that we're off the road from recruiting. So after that, we initially got the staff hired. We went out and recruited. We signed, I think, 23 guys. In that little packet, if you don't have one, Wesley ran off a packet that got a little information on our coaching staff, and then a little paragraph on each one of the recruits. If you're interested, look them up. We're real proud of it. We think it's a great recruiting class. I guess one way you can evaluate the recruiting class is how you do against like schools. Like schools being schools in our league or at our level. And we didn't get them all, but we waded in there and we touched gloves with some of the best teams in our league, and we got our fair share of the recruits. Having won out over Northern Iowa on some kids, won out over South Dakota State on a kid. We won out over North Dakota State and North Dakota on a couple kids. So those are the kind of people we were recruiting against, and I'm saying we didn't get every one of them, but we got a lot of good ones. And that now the proof is in the pudding. Now they've got to come and get it done. We took 3 junior college transfers that are in there, 2 defensive backs and a running back, and anticipate those kids helping us right away. If not on the starting lineup in the 2 deep, and certainly helping on special teams and those type of things. All 3 kids are on campus, working out with our kids in the winter program, and doing a heck of a job. So we're real excited about those 3 guys, and then certainly excited. I'm going to have Adam and Wesley come up here in a second and tell you about the offense and defensive recruits. Some names that have jumped out at me. We're starting to end our winter program where the kids are lifting weights. We meet at 6:15 on Tuesday and Thursday, and we do some conditioning, agility drills, mostly rah-rah stuff that we can get together as a team finally, not just in the weight room, but kind of bring our team together, and so they can start doing some conditioning together to get ready for spring football practice, which starts, I think, the 3rd week in March?
March 24th.
March 24th. So that's up and coming, but I like the looks of our team. I'll throw a couple names out that I want you to watch for. These are guys that in our winter conditioning, not football-wise so much, but just their athleticism. I think we have a sleeper, and his name is Josh Vandermotten. He's from over around Hall, Iowa, Boyden Hall, Rock Valley. You guys probably know where that is. Josh walked on, and he was our backup quarterback a year ago, and he played quite a bit. He's number 16, but he's done a nice job of leading our team. I think he's got one of the best vertical jumps. That stuff we can measure your athleticism. He's got one of the fastest 40s. He's a very accurate passer that I'm seeing on tape. We're going through our cut-ups from a year ago. And he hasn't won the job outright yet, but he is a guy that I'm seeing as a leader on our team already, even though he's just going to be a sophomore. And Josh Vandermotten, you'll like that guy. 6'2 and a half, about 210 pounds. Good-looking kid. And a little bit quirky throwing motion, but I say, you know, don't tell me about the labor pain, show me the baby. And he can throw it. Doesn't look exactly like it's in the NFL, but he has really, I'd say he hits the center of the bullseye with his passes, and I think that's one of the ways you evaluate a real good quarterback is if he can put the ball right on the target. And he seems to be able to do that. He can create and extend plays, which is something I didn't have at Wyoming. And ultimately it'll get you, but he can make plays with his feet. He's a good runner, and he's got good speed. I'd say 4.6, Wesley, fair? All of that, huh? Maybe sub 4.6. Really good, real good basketball player, good all-around athlete. Josh Vandermont. Tailback, we got 3 guys, we think. We brought in a kid named Jasper Sanders. He'll be on the tape. And then 2 of the best backs they had last year, Marcus Sims and Noah Pearl. Good-looking kids. They're all right in that 200-pound category, and all 3 of these kids can run. They're really fast runners. So we will be a little young in the offensive line, but I will tell you, if they walked into this building right now, it would tip. We've got some big linemen. Big guys. I'm talking 330, 315, 300. Isn't it crazy how big kids are getting anymore? And they just have waited their turn, and they're ready to go. That's why spring will be real important to us in the offensive line, because we lost 4 of our 5 starters. But I'm saying we got some really good young guys coming up. And my favorite receiver, from looking at all the tape of last year, number 17, Will Powell from Sioux Falls. Terrific player, really a wonderful person, terrific student. He's about a 4-point student. I always tell everybody he and I have one thing in common. Neither one of us ever got a B. Defensively, a guy that has jumped out on me as far as speed and athleticism and coming to work with a smile on his face is a kid named Chris Frierson. He's a cornerback, really good-looking guy, about 6'1", and one of the fastest kids on the team. He looks to me to be an excellent corner. Probably the most talented kid we have on the team right now is a defensive end. How we're going to shape him up a little bit is an outside linebacker, defensive end. I think they're scheming to move him around, blitz him up the middle, blitz him off the edge, rush the quarterback, perhaps drop into coverage. He can run. His name is, the kids call him T-Star, Tyler Starr. He's a guy that Adam is going to be real creative working with, and Tyler Starr is really almost a freak. He's about 6'4", 6'5", about 230, and one of the fastest kids on the team. Terrific basketball player, very agile. You'll see him if you come. He'll stand out. Even Wisconsin had trouble with him last year. He's really a terrific defensive end for the Coyotes. And I'm real happy with our linebackers that I think Adams feels so good about. 2 kids out of Las Vegas, D'Angelo Butler and Darius Hogans, and then a kid from Sioux Falls named Tim Marlatt. And I think we're going to be pretty darn tough at the linebacker level. So there's some names. We got Zweifel Hoffer. That was easy. At punter, he's back. And Eric Robb is our kicker from Thomas More Prep. And Zweifelhofer is from Wisconsin. Both those kids are returning starters, and I think will be doing a great job for us. That is a little bit. What I'll do now is I'll turn this program over to Adam and Wesley, and then when they're done, and if you want to move up here a little bit to see better, we'll turn the lights down a little, but I'll let these guys run this part, and then maybe after they're done, we'll answer some questions. Thank you.